Yo, bro. So, are we going to do some Thieves Guild quests, Anvil Fighters Guild, or join the Mages Guild? I think the latter. The latter, because it's closer somewhat. Let's take a look at the map. Yes, Kingrad is nice, but the Imperial City is closer. Let's go to the Imperial City. Well, it's day. I don't want to fight, bitch. Pathetic fool. Another day, another septim. Like the guards here say. What? I'm also attacked by a troll? I forgot about my charger situation. Oh. So he's recharging. It was stupid, to say the least. What? It's lesser charge? Oh my god. What? Minotaur of the Grove? You're going down. What the hell was that sound? I got the charge. Where's his weapon? Should be here somewhere. Damn it. Oh, come on! Where you hit your... I don't know. I think it was a Warhammer. I might have beaten it off like a baseball ball. Excuse me for such an analogy. Dang it, where is it? This is stupid. I don't want to use console commands to disable the grass. Alright, screw that. Let's take a look. Video. Grass distance. What will happen if I do that? Alright. Here is his Warhammer. Oh my god. At least I didn't use console commands. Don't have any charges left. can't recall how many enemies were on my way to Breville, but I certainly do recall that there weren't many. I think something moved down here. Oh, it's not. It's dead. What a serene picture. The only thing left to actually uncover is how he reacts on storm. So that would be Riders on the Storm. More crabs. Even horses frightened at them. With the sight of them. Right, goblins. The fucks. Let's take a look. Alright, let's do this. What? It didn't work? Swamp fever. We need to heal a bit. So he flew away. Right. Yours cures diseases. No diseases, no diseases. What the hell? Arcane University is over here. Why that freaking marker shows us out there? I don't know. Where's my enemy? I reckon some sort of creature or beast. Come on. Oh, here you are. Grand. I think the game just doesn't want to disappoint me, saying, you can't climb this slope yet, I can. My character has high acrobatic skills, also good in athletics. Hey you, when will I meet Archmage?
I have a feeling that you and I are about to become very close.
Hello, Master Wisdom.
It's my pleasure. Please continue.
Who are you?
Tell me more.
Let's talk about rumors.
I don't know what Archmage Traven has against necromancy, but the first thing he did after taking over the Mages Guild was to ban its practice.
Okay, we've heard that before.
It is pleasant and a bit melancholy to walk among the graves in Green Emperor's Way. Hello, associate. It seems you've obtained the final recommendation you required. Take your time.
I won't. I need to talk to you about rumors and then
The
recommendations.
Mages Guild runs more or less like it always did, but we lost quite a few members when the practice of necromancy was banned.
Let's talk about my recommendation.
I have received recommendations from all the local guild halls in Cyrodiil. You've done well for yourself. You may now enter the university. As a full-fledged member of the Mages Guild, I now also promote you to the rank of apprentice and grant you the robe of the apprentice.
Apprentice? I'm
Take
a master
moment
of
and
all
try it
skills.
on. Then we shall speak of what comes next for you.
I'm a master of all
Greetings, apprentice.
magic schools, come on! God damn it! Apprentice! Apprentice! Who the fuck? Apprentice Earl, where is it? Hand me over it. Or is it a robe of apprentice? Yeah, it's robe of apprentice. With a shield. With a freaking Daedric knife. Yeah. This is certainly the appearance of a mage, right? Right.
We come to the real work at last.
Oh my
You
god.
have, no doubt, seen some of the worst the guild has to offer. As much as we try to hold mages to a higher standard, they are only human.
They're not just human, they're
What I
also
hope you will now see is
Argonian.
that while the guild can
Khajiit.
be disjointed and misused, it can also achieve some wonderful things. Now you have an opportunity to engage in more meaningful tasks and continue with your advancement through the guild.
Let's talk about my advancement. After all, I'm a master of all magic schools.
You do not yet qualify for further
What?
advancement in the guild.
Do you want me to turn you into a frog or what?
Only quality goods for sale here.
That's not equality good at all. Let's talk about my tasks.
Before you can begin work for the guild, you'll need to do something for yourself.
Oh my god, again.
Every mage carries a staff. It is crafted and enchanted by the guild and is a symbol of status. You need such a staff.
My god.
Before you can begin work for the guild, you'll need to do something for yourself. Every mage carries a staff. It is crafted and enchanted by the guild and is a symbol.
Let's talk about major staff now.
The wood used for staves comes from a grove to the northeast of the Imperial City, near Wellspring Cave. Several mages tend to the grove and should be able to assist you. Speak with either Zarasha or Illet when you arrive, and choose wisely.
What do you mean? Let's talk more about major stuff.
Wellspring Cave lies to the northeast of the Imperial City. The mages there can assist you.
Let's talk about my tasks.
You have your task. Acquire wood for a staff from the grove outside Wellspring Cave.
Should I acquire ore for knife to actually carve my staff
Have
with?
true mages' staffs.
This is a wondrous encounter. Welcome. Well met. Tell me more. I heard that Saurus Aranin made himself quite a bit of money recently. He seems very happy about it. Farewell.
So you want to rock him, right?
When I speak to someone like you, a noble citizen of the Empire, it reminds me what I'm fighting for. I salute you.
You fight for the cat, which wears robe of apprentice, but is a master of all skills, especially in battle.
Nobility. Emperors have been assassinated before.
Come on.
He's that thief that the Imperial Watch are always going on about. He likes to steal from rich folk.
Okay.
Goodbye. I am sorry, fellow Magister, but I don't have time to talk right now. My studies keep me very busy, as you can well imagine.
Well, here's a fun one. Speak. Yes, I'm sure you've got something exceedingly important to say. But the apprentices do not teach themselves, now do they? Good day.
Oh, you're an irritating fuck.
You have the hands of a hero. Yes, I'm sure you've got something exceedingly important to say. But the apprentices do not teach themselves now, do they? Good day. You have the hands.
What an asses. They're even worse than,
Excuse me,
I don't know, in a jail
Is now a
maybe.
good time?
They're even worse than the beggars. All the bakers are friendly at least.
I've been thinking about our conversation yesterday and decided to consult some of the ancient texts. You were right about everything.
Ha-ha! Magister, do you realize what this means? Do you have any idea how this could impact the study of magic?
You do realize this raises quite a few questions. The overall impact on alchemy is a complete unknown. And what of spellmaking?
We shouldn't keep this news a secret. Feel free to tell the others, but let them know the complications we face. We'll continue our talks later.
I'll take my leave of you then, my fellow Magister.
Excuse me, fellow Magister. Is now a good time to talk?
I guess that depends.
I've got a...
Precious time. I think they're so much precious for themselves, and their time is so precious. But I've got their super staff. I've got some really legendary artifacts. And I have summoned all the Daedra. Well, almost all the Daedra. I need more infamy on me. Okay, this was too greedy. Lustratorium. Gymnasium. Practice rooms, Imperial Watchtower, Mage Quarters, Mystic Archives, Praxographical Center. What's that? Lustratorium.
A pleasure to see you.
No, I can take everything, right?
I'm sorry, fellow Magister, but I don't have time to talk right now. My studies keep me very busy, as you can well imagine.
Look at your face. Someone squashed it. What's behind the counter? Nothing interesting. There's no basement here. How do you live here? What? I can't go there? What the hell was that? I hurt myself inside the walls of the Arcane University. Now you can make your Pepper point.
What did I do to deserve this honor? Welcome to the Chironasium. Can I help you?
Chironasium, alright.
Take your time.
Let's talk about the Imperial City.
Enchanting city. Real eyeful. Just walk and gawk. Stroll along the greenway and around the palace.
Let's talk about the Mages
If you're
Guild.
looking to create your own enchantments, you've come to the right place.
Oh, good.
Sounds like the Skingrad branch of the guild can't even keep track of its members. How appalling. Take care.
How do I make my own spells? Come on. Altar of Enchanting. Name enchanted item. Added soul gem. Add item. There. Let's try something. So we need soul gems, right? Come on, soul gem, let's take it. Hey, I need to charge this also. So I need a charged one. No charge here. Oh, I've got an idea. The hell is that? What's that? I need some sort of training here and I just can't understand that. Right, let's talk about feather or something like that. I saw it, damn it. Where is it? Area. What area? What are you talking about? What does that mean? It means the charge or what? Right, I don't understand how that works. For the moment. How do I create my own... Oh, before the ages of man. There's no instruction here. At least this one is an instruction. Timeline Series Volume 1, Before the Ages of Man by Akantar of Shimmeran. Before man came to rule Tamriel, and before the chronicles of the historians recorded the affairs of the rulers of Tamriel, the events of our world are known only through myths and legends, and through the divinely inspired teachings of the 9 divines. For convenience, historians divide the distant ages of prehistory into 2 broad periods of time, the Dawn Era and the Merethic Era. The Dawn Era is that period before the beginning of mortal time, when the feats of the gods take place. The Dawn Era ends with the exodus of the gods and magic from the world and the founding of the Adamantine Tower. The term Merethic comes from the Nordic, literally, era of the elves. The Merethic era is the prehistoric time after the exodus of the gods and magic from the world and the founding of the Adamantine Tower, and before the arrival of Ysgramor at the north in Tamriel. The following are the most notable events of the Dawn Era, presented roughly in sequence as it must be understood by creatures of time such as ourselves. The cosmos formed from the Aurbis, chaos or totality, by Anu and Padume. Akatosh, Auriel, formed the time and began. The gods at Ada formed. Lorkhan convinced or tricked the gods into creating the mortal plane, Nirn. The mortal plane was at this point highly magical and dangerous. As the gods walked, the physical makeup of the mortal plane and even the timeless continuity of existence itself became unstable. When Magnus, architect of the plans for the mortal world, decided to terminate the project, the gods convened at the Adamantine Tower, the Reni Tower, the oldest known structure in Tamriel, and decided what to do. Most left when magic did, others sacrificed themselves into other forms so that they might stay. The Elnofei. Lorkhan was condemned by the gods to exile in the mortal realms, and his heart was torn out and cast from the tower. Where it landed, a volcano formed. With magic in the mythic sense gone, the cosmos stabilized. Elven history, finally linear, began Merethic Era, 2500. The Merethic Era. The Merethic Era was figured by early Norse scholars as a series of years numbered in reverse order backward from their beginning of time. The founding of the Camoran dynasty recorded as year 0 of the first era. The prehistoric events of the Merethic era are listed here with their traditional Nordic Merethic dates. The earliest Merethic date cited by King Harald's scholars was Merethic era 2500, the Nordic reckoning, and the first year of time. As such, the Merethic era extends from Merethic era 2500 in the distant past to Merethic era 1, the year before the founding of the Camoran dynasty and the establishment of the White Gold Tower, as an independent city-state. According to King Harald's Bards, Merethic Era 2500 was the date of construction of the Adamantine Tower on Balfiera Island in High Rock, the oldest known structure of Tamriel. This corresponds roughly to the earliest historical dates given in various unpublished Elvish chronicles. During the early Merethic era, the aboriginal beast peoples of Tamriel, the ancestors of the Hachid, Argonian, Orcish and other beast folk, lived in preliterate communities throughout Tamriel. In the Middle Merethic era, the Aldmeri, mortals of elven origin, refugees, left their doomed and now lost continents of Aldmeris, also known as Old Elnofey, and settled in the southwestern Tamriel. The first colonies were distributed at wide intervals on islands along the entire coast of Tamriel. Later inland settlements were founded primarily in fertile lowlands in southwest and central Tamriel. Wherever the beast folk encountered the elves, the sophisticated, literate, technologically advanced Aldmeri cultures displaced the primitive beast folks into the jungles, marshes, mountains, and wastelands. The Adamantine Tower was rediscovered and captured by the Direni, a prominent and powerful Aldmeri clan. The Crystal Tower was built on Somerset Isle and later White Gold Tower in Cyrodiil. During the Middle Merethic era, Aldmeri explorers mapped the coasts of Vardenfell, building the first era High Elven wizard towers at Aldredania, Balfell, Tel Arun and Tel Mora in Morrowind. It was also during this period that Aelid, wild elven settlements flourished in the jungles surrounding White Gold Tower, present-day Cyrodiil. Wild elves, also known as the Heartlands High Elves, preserved the Dawn Era magics and language of the Elnofey, ostensibly a tribute land to the High King of Eleanor. The Heartlands' long lines of communication from the Somerset Isles sovereignty effectively isolated Cyrodiil from the High Kings at Crystal Tower. The late Middle Merethic era is the period of the High Velothi culture. The Khmer ancestors of the modern Dunmer or Dark Elves were dynamic, ambitious, long-lived elven clans devoted to fundamentalist ancestor worship. The Khmer clans followed the prophet Veloth out of the ancestral elven homelands in the southwest to settle in the lands now known as Morrowind. Despising the secular culture and profane practices of the Dwemer, the Khmer also coveted the lands and resources of the Dwemer, and for centuries provoked them with minor raids and territorial disputes. The Dwemer, dwarves, free-thinking, reclusive elven clans devoted to the secrets of science, engineering and alchemy, established underground cities and communities in the mountain range, later the Velothi Mountains, separating modern Skyrim and Morrowind. The late Merethic era marks the precipitous decline of Velothi culture. Some Velothi settled in villages near decline and abandoned ancient Velothi towers. During this period, Velothi high culture disappeared on Vardenfell Island. The earliest Dwemer freehold colonies date from this period. Degenerate Velothi devolved into tribal cultures, which in time evolved into the modern great houses of Morrowind, or persisted as the barbarian Ashlander tribes. The only surviving traces of this tribal culture are scattered Velothi towers and Ashlander nomads on Vardenfell Island. The original First Era High Elven wizard towers along the coast of Tamriel were also abandoned about this time. It was in that late Merethic era that the pre-literate humans, the so-called Nedic peoples, from the continent of Etmora, also Eltmora or the Elderwood in Elmeris, migrated and settled in northern Tamriel. The Nord culture hero Ysgramor, leader of a great colonizing fleet to Tamriel, is credited with developing a runic transcription of Nord speech based on Elvish principles, and so Ysgramor is considered the first human historian. Ysgramor's fleet landed at Xaric Head, at the extreme northern tip of Skyrim's Broken Cape. The Nords built there the legendary city of Southal. The elves drove the men away during the Night of Tears, but Ysgramor soon returned with his 500 companions. Also during the late Merethic era, the legendary immortal hero, warrior, sorcerer, and king known as Pelenal, Whitestrake, Harold Harry Briggs, Izmir, Hans the Fox, etc., wandered Tamriel, gathering armies, conquering lands, ruling, then abandoning his kingdoms to wander again. All I've got here are altars of enchanting. Upper level is locked. Damn it, that was painful. Wait, I can enhance that and give it the feather effect. Wait, what if I do that? Add an item, for instance, yeah, that. Then I add that, and then I add some feather, constant effect. So, and must first enter a valid name for this enchantment. Right. Light pockets. I can't over-enchant it. That's damn sure. Let's load. Can't add some chameleon effect. That's strange. Constant effect. I don't think so. Water walking. Right, we'll think of something. He told me that here I can cast, I can make my own spells, but I can't. Right, let's go. Practice rooms.
I'm sorry, fellow Magister, but I don't have time to talk right now. My studies keep me very busy, as you can well imagine.
You hit me. Can I hit you? Imperial Watchtower. What have we here? Is this the sight to behold? No, it's not. It's a shift of poor battle mages.
Greetings, apprentice.
How rude. Mage quarters. I can't open it openly, but I'll do it secretly. Mysticism. Grand Soul Gem. No thanks. Oh, gold.
You're in good company, friend.
Hey, I wonder.
Welcome.
Yeah, that's better.
Well, here's a fine one. Speak freely.
I can't speak, you won't hear it. You bitch, you're stupido. What's that?
Very happy.
Manny Marco, King of Worms.
I've heard that the great houses of Morrowind are...
Manny Marco, King of Worms by Oracles. All Sacred Isle are tame. Oh, damn it, again 16 pages. All Sacred Isle are tame, where rosy light infuses air. Over towers and through the flowers, gentle breezes flow. Softly sloping green kiss, cliffs to crashing foam below. All is springtide, afternoon housed within its border. This mystic mist protected home of the Psidic order, those counselors of king, cautious, wise and fair. 10 score years and 30 since the mighty remnants fell. 2 brilliant students studied within the Psidic's fold. One's heart was light and warm, the other dark and cold. The matter later, Manny Marco whirled in a deathly dance, his soul in bones and worms, the way of the necromance, and trapping and enslaving souls he cast a wicked spell. The former Galerian had magic bold and bright as day. He confronted Manny Marco beneath great Separate Tower, saying your wicked mysticism is no way to wield your power, bringing horror to the spirit world. Your studies must cease. Manny Marco scoffed, hating well the ways of life and peace, and returned to his dark artistry, his pains, death, and decay. O Sacred Isle are tame, how slow to perceive the threat, when the ghastly truth revealed, how weak the punishment. The ghoulish Manny Marco from the Isle of the Wise was sent to the mainland dawn's beauty, more death and souls to reap. You have found a wolf and sent the beast to flocks of sheep. Galerian told his masters, a terror on Tamriel has set. Speak no more of him, the sage cloaks of grey did say. It was not the first time Galerian thought his master Kalios, unconcerned for men and mare, aloof in their island palace. It was not the first time Galerian thought it was time to build a new order to bring true magic to all, a mighty mages guild. But it was the time he left at last fair Artemis Azure Bay. Oh, but sung we have of Venice Galerian many times before, how cast he off the Psidic's chains, bringing magic to the land. Throughout the years he saw the touch of Manny Marco's hand, through Tamriel's deserts, forests, towns, mountains and seas, the dark grip stretching out, growing like some dread disease, by his dark necromancers collecting cursed artifacts of yore. They brought to him these tools, mad wizards and witches, and brought blood-tainted herbs and oils to his cave of sin, sweet Kaviri poison, dust from saints, sheaths of human skin, toadstools, roots and much more cluttered his alchemical shelf. Like a spider in his web, he sucked all their power into himself. Manimarco, Worm King, was first of the undying leeches. Corruption on corruption, till the rot sunk to his very core. Though he kept the name Manimarco, his body and his mind were but a living, moving corpse as he left humanity behind. The blood in his veins became instead a poison acid stew. His power and his life increased as his fell collection grew. Mighty were these artifacts, long cursed since days of yore. They say Galerian left the guild, calling it a morass, but untruth is a powerful stream polluting the river of time. Galerian beheld Manimarco's rise through power sublime. To his mages and lamp knights, before my last breath, face I must the tyranny of worms, and kill at last at death. He led them north to cursed lands, to a mountain pass. All those who survived the battle say its like was never seen, armored with magic, armed with ensorcelled sword and axe. Galerian cried, echoing, Worm King, surrender your artifacts and their power to me, and you shall live as befits the dead. A hollow laugh answered, you die first, Manimarco said. The mage army then clashed with the unholy force obscene. Imagine waves of fire and frost, and the mountain shivers. Picture lightning arching forth, crackling in a dragon's sigh. Like leaves, the battle mages fly to rain down from the sky. At the necromancer's call, corpses burst from earth to fight, to be shattered into nothingness with a flood of holy light. A maelstrom of energy unleashed, blood cascades on rivers, like a thunderburst in blue skies or a lion's sudden roar, like sharp razors tearing over delicate embroidered lace. So at a touch did Galerian shake the mountain to its base. The deathly horde fell fatally, but hidden in their dying cries. From the depths the thing they called Worm King did rise. Nirn itself did scream in the mages and necromancers' wars. His eyes burning dark fire, he opened his toothless maw, vomiting darkness with each exhalation of his breath. All sucking in the fetid air felt the icy touch of death. In the skies above the mountains, darkness overcame pale. Then Manimarco, Worm King, felt his dismal powers fail. The artifacts of death pulled from his putrid skeletal claw. 1,000 good and evil perished then, history confirms. Among alas, Venus Galerian, he who showed the way. It seemed once that Manimarco had truly died that day. Scattered seemed the necromancers, wicked, ghastly fools. Back to the mages' guilds, victors kept their cursed tools. Of him living still in undeath, Manimarco, king of worms. Children, listen as the shadows cross your sleeping hutch, and the village slips away, streets emptied of the crowds, and the moons do balefully glare through the nightly clouds, and the graveyard's people rest, we hope, in eternal sleep. Listen, and you'll hear the whispered tap of the footsteps creep, then pray you'll never feel the Worm King's awful touch.
Indoril is in ruins, and Redoran is besieged by the Nords of Skyrim.
Morrowind has always been a troubling place. It seems it is more so now.
Safe travels. Yes, I'm Boderi Ferrano, Mages Guild. You want advanced training in mysticism? I think I can fit you in.
Oh, really?
Other arcane trainers in the city? Just one. Dovin Aaron in the Market District. Basic instructor in alteration.
Basic.
I'm willing to teach if you're willing to learn. Goodbye.
Look at the muscles on you.
5 songs of King Ulfharth. What? Modern what? Modern heretics.
Of a healer.
Modern Heretics, a study of Daedra worship in the Empire, headers of Gottlesfond. Daedra worship is not prohibited by law in Cyrodiil. Primarily, this is a result of the Imperial Charter granted the Mages Guild permitting the summoning of Daedra. Nonetheless, chapel and public opinion is so strongly against Daedra worship that those who practice Daedric rituals do so in secret. However, opinions about Daedra worship differ widely in other provinces. Even in Cyrodiil, traditional opinions have changed greatly over the years, and some communities survive which worship Daedra. Some more traditional Daedra worshippers are motivated by piety and personal conviction. Many modern Daedra worshippers are motivated by a lust for arcane power. In particular, questing heroes of all stripes seek after the fabled Daedric artifacts for their potent combat and magical benefits. I personally have discovered one community worshipping the Daedra Lord Azura, Queen of Dawn and Dusk. A researcher curious about Daedra worship might research in several ways: through a study of the literature, through exploration and discovery of ancient Daedric shrines, through questioning local informants, and through questioning worshippers themselves. I used all these means to discover the Shrine of Azura. First, I read books. References like this one may provide a helpful general background concerning Daedric shrines. For example, my researches led me to understand that in First, I read books. References like this one may provide a helpful general background concerning Daedric shrines. For example, my researches led me to understand that in Cyrodiil, Daedric shrines are generally represented by statues of Daedra lords, are generally situated in wilderness locations far from settlements, that each shrine generally has associated with it a community of worshippers, often referred to as a coven, that shrines have associated with them a particular time, often a day of the week, when the Daedra Lord might be solicited. That Daedra Lord often will not deign to respond unless they regard a petitioner of sufficient prowess or strength of character, that they will only respond if given the proper offering, the secret of which offering often known only to the community of worshippers, and that in return for the completion of some task or service. The Daedra Lords will often undertake to offer an artifact of power to a successful quester. Then I questioned locals with an intimate knowledge of the wilderness. Two classes of informants I found especially useful: well-traveled hunters and adventurers who might come across shrines in their travels, and scholars of the Mages Guild. In the case of the Shrine of Azura, both sources were profitable. I discovered a Shading Hall hunter who had chanced across a strange epic statue in his travels. This statue was of a woman with outstretched arms. In the hand she held a star, in the other hand she held a crescent moon. She had shunned the statue out of superstitious fear, but had marked the location in memory, far north of Shading Hall, northwest of Lake Arias, high in the Gerald Mountains. Then, proceeding to the local Mages Guild with a description of the statue, I was able to confirm from its description the identity of the Daedra Lord worshipped. Having discovered the location of the shrine, I visited it and discovered there the community of worshippers. Because of the strength of opinion against Daedra worship, the worshippers were at first reluctant to admit their identity, but once I had won their trust, they were willing to divulge me to the secrets of their times when Azura would hear petitions from dusk to dawn, and that the offering required by Azura was glow dust, the substance obtained from the will-o'-the-wisp. I am of course nothing more than a chapelman and scholar, so it did not lie within my power to find a will-o'-the-wisp to obtain glow dust, nor am I certain that Azura would have found me worthy to make such an offering, even had I preferred it. But I was assured that if I had been able to make such an offering, and if it had been accepted, Azura would have given me some sort of quest, which if completed might have earned me the reward of Azura Star, a Daedric artifact of legendary magical powers. I have since heard rumors of the existence in Cyrodiil of several other Daedric shrines, of the Daedric lords to which they are dedicated, and the Daedric artifacts that might be won by questing heroes. Hircine the Huntsman, for example, is linked in legend to the Savior's Hide, a powerful enchanted armor. The sword Volendrung is associated with Malakath, Lord of Monsters, and the eponymously named Maze of Molokbal is also thought to be the object of Daedra worship. Other Daedra lords, their shrines and worshippers remain to be discovered in Cyrodiil by earnest and persistent researchers. What? I can go to the upper levels. I need the Argonian account, come on! Volume 3, please! Is it the rarest book? Damn it! What's that? Is it the Spirits of the Daedra? Really? Oh yes. Oh yes. I'll take it. Maybe someday I'll return it, but no, I don't think so. What's in here? The Wild Elves, liminal bridges, hanging gardens. Interesting. So now I know where should I go to read. What's happening here? Attention, class! I'm going to swing my weapon here, and you will be nodding. What is that place?
Greetings to you.
Gaspar Stegui.
Master Spellmaker Gaspar Stegui at your service. New spells, old spells, good spells, bad spells. They're all fun for me. Let's do business.
Legendary life detection. Greater fortified luck. Daylight. Okay. Shadow. Chameleon for 30 seconds. Silence. Absorb sneak skill.
Thank you. Come again.
No, first rumors.
Kudai runs a tight ship in Bruma. She may not always play by the rules, but I wouldn't want her on my bad side.
You want to say backside?
For you, of course.
Alright.
Goodbye.
What did I do to deserve this honor? Orician, Master Spellmaker for the Mages Guild. Guildsmen only, of course. Let's do business.
Beast of Burden. Ooh. 250. Cloak. Devour health. Fortify speed. Legendary soul trap. Paralyze. Touch. Summon Lich. Lich. Nice. Civilize. Goon Wraith. Movement Mastery. Legendary Dispel. I don't know what it does, but I'll take it. Dominating Touch. Legendary Magic Drain. Spell Absorption.
Thank you for your patronage.
Let's talk about Imperial City.
What? There's a city out there? You don't say. What good is it, eh? Dirt, horses, idiots, be my guest.
Oh, I understand him.
Gaspar and I have learned a great many spells over the years. Once you've learned them, you can use the knowledge to create your own.
Okay.
Excuse me, fellow magister.
Let's try something. I want Feather. Maximum Magnitude. Maximum Area and Duration. Okay. Can I insert another one? Come on. No more? Damn it. Why can't I insert more feather? Maybe area. Feather 100. On touch. I thought on self would be sufficient, no? What the hell is that? Target self. Self. That's what's needed. Invisibility. Hey, how about Chameleon? Total Chameleon for 120 seconds. 500 Magicka points. Come on. I need to think it about. I need to think it all over. Let's see. So we've got Fortified Speed, Strength, Pack Mule, Lighten Load, Ease Burden. So Pack Mule, let's see. Pack Mule 150. Lighten Load. $75. Ease Burden. $50. I also got Beast of Burden. Yeah, 250. We'll take it as slot 2. Let's see how much can we take now.
Please, by all means.
So 830.
What have we here?
My pleasure, really.
Hey, can I find a... Can I make a fire damage, area 100, magnitude maximum, duration. What? 98,000 units of mana? What the hell? I can't cast it even once. Area. What? I still can't cast it. Duration. Fire damage. On touch. I don't need on touch. On yourself. And I'm on fire. Target. Yeah, target. Okay. Area. That's an explosion. Right, actually it's boring. What I'm trying to do here. What's in here? Bone meal? What do you need that for? Fish on the plate. That hurts, damn it.
Hello, apprentice.
My pleasure, really.
You have the hands of a healer.
Hello, apprentice.
Let's try fire damage, maximum magnitude. What does that mean? Also, if only I knew what does that mean. Let's save the game and try it. What does that mean anyway? Is that how much soul points I need? Doesn't look like it. What the hell does that mean? I don't play with such rules.
Excuse me, I'm Irlav Jarol, a researcher for Arcane University. Aliens are my specialty.
Oh, really? Let's talk about them.
Certainly. He's that Imperial Watch captain that's always chasing after the Grey Fox and the Thieves Guild. Chasing after shadows, if you ask me. The Thieves Guild probably doesn't exist, and it's a sure bet the Grey Fox doesn't either.
Let's talk about Imperial City.
You know, of course, the Imperial Palace is Ayleid. White Gold Tower, they called it back in the New Terrific, when the Aldmeri ruled Tamriel.
Let's talk about rumors.
Kudai runs a tight ship in Bruma. She may not always play by the rules, but I wouldn't want her on my bad side.
Backside? Alright.
Take your time. Good day.
Mind opens inside. The time is 6:28 p.m. Not good. Might as well catch up Thorn here.
You have my ears.
I don't need your ears.
Good tidings, citizen.
Can't cook something useful out of that.
It is good to see you again.
Likewise, Thorn.
Can I
Likewise.
interest you in some of my wares?
I think I can interest you with my wares.
That's a good.
It can kill.
You got a great deal there. You got a great deal there. A good price. That's a good deal.
A good price, that's a good deal. Probably he's right.
Come back and see me again. Please, return soon. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Right, I need some sort of book before I proceed with some of my quests. Let's see here. Julian Fennis referred me to a book, Nightfall, available at the first edition bookshop in the Market District if I wanted to learn more about the possible locations of Garden's Tears.
Good day. Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
Yeah.
That's a good deal. Another satisfied customer.
Oh yes, I'm satisfied. Let's take it out and cook.
Good day. Well met. Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in?
Nightfall. Where is that? I've purchased Nightfall from Finitus at the first edition bookshop in the Market District. I should read it to find out more about Garden's Tears. Also, why won't we trade? Hey, I think he is richer than Thorinir.
A good price. Let's see. A fine. A good price for a good customer.
So I'm a good customer now, good.
You got a great deal there. A pleasure to serve.
Thanks.
Good day.
Nightfall. Nightfall tells the tale of Garden and their quest for the Everflow Ewer at the place known as Frostfire Glade. It is supposedly located in the mountains near Bruma. Using some of the references from the story, I was able to pinpoint it on my map. The book also mentions needing special refined frost souls to get into the glade. I should speak to Julian Fennis about this. Excerpts from Nightfall, Tales of Heroism and Chivalry edited by Kirelian Aldrenius. The legends of Garden Stellaris as told by Jaren Ethelwald, squire and friend. And so it came to pass that on the first month before the harvest, nary a decent crop could be found in the drought-ridden fields of Farmantle Glens. 27 families, their bellies sunken and empty, turned to their lordship who had been so fair to them in hard times before. The man ruled not with an iron gauntlet, but with a soft touch of silken kindness. My lord, Garden Stellaris, knight-errant of Farmantle Glens. I watched sadly as my lord Garden looked out at the withered fields before him from his meager stone keep and cursed the luck that tainted the skies and stopped the rain from falling. The families in his charge would not last the winter, which was always bitter and cold in the northern reaches of the Gerals. His own supply of grain was already picked clean. There was barely enough to sustain him for the months ahead. I know if my lord had the food there, he would have shared it gladly, allowing his charges to pay him back in whatever time or manner they could afford, and in some cases, to those in dire need, give it to them without costs. Something had to be done, and it had to be done soon. Sparing not a drake, Garden paid for the best sages he could find and used the rest to buy as much surplus grain as he could wrest from the neighboring domains. A month passed and nothing surfaced. Winter's icy tendrils would soon creep across Farmantle Glens, causing the green to disappear from the landscape. Families would have to huddle close to their hearths, keeping warm and rationing the bits of food Garden had given them. I could see Garden's patience, which was immense, mind you, wearing thin. He told me he'd considered selling his keep, his belongings, anyway, anything to keep his people alive. If only the harvest would yield more, they'd be saved. Then, as if Mara herself had answered his prayers, a sage entered Garden's keep with the answer. Legend told of a vessel of sort from which water would pour endlessly, known as the Everflow Ewer. Some said the divines themselves created it, others thought perhaps a powerful sorcerer enchanted it. Wherever it came from, Garden knew this could be his chance. Following the directions from the sage, my lord and I set out to recover the ewer and rid Farmantle Glens of the drought. It took days to reach the entrance to the place. After we passed through a winding passage, we finally came to an odd door covered in mystical symbols. As the sage instructed, my lord touched some refined frost salts to the door. The ancient stone door opened, and we proceeded into the glade. A cave cut into a hillside led into a small glade of trees. In the center of the glade, flanked by two standing stones, was a stone altar. On the altar, seemingly glowing with the inner light, was the ewer. Cut from crystal, the vessel was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. Water filled it to the very top, and as legends held, would never diminish as the liquid decanted from it. Eager to return to his domain, Garden grasped the ewer in his hand. Suddenly the ground trembled as though the mountains themselves were angered. The sky changed from sunlit blue to dreary grey. Even the ring of trees forming the glade seemed to bend away slightly from the altar, as if fearing what was to come. Then, with no warning, one of the standing stones cracked and exploded. My gaze froze and my heart fell as I looked upon the guardian of the glade. A huge creature seemingly cut from the very same crystal as the ewer stepped forth and growled menacingly at my master. The air around it became very cold, as if it was born from the glaciers of the northern mountains. This was a being of ice, living, breathing ice. Garden shouted at me to run as he drew his blade. Still clutching the ewer in one hand, he gave a mighty swing at the ice creature. When the forged steel struck home, it had a resounding ring and merely chipped the beast as a spike would when driven against the hardest of rocks. Never showing fear, my lord swung again and again, each blow being harmlessly deflected away. Then a single and mighty blow from the ice creature knocked my lord down. His blade slid away, and he lay on the frost floor looking up into the crystalline eyes of his death. The ice creature raised its arm again for the fatal blow, and brought it down hard at Garden's prone form. I don't know why he did it. Perhaps it was instinct, perhaps a moment's lapse in judgment, but my lord lifted the ever-flow ewer defensively as he got up to a kneeling position. The blow from the creature connected with the vessel, creating an ear-splitting crash. There was the sound of water splashing and a horrible cracking noise, and the thunder pitcher sent waves of freezing water in all directions. Even as I watched, the liquid covered the ice creature and my poor master. They seemed suspended in place as if frozen solid. At that time, I didn't know how true my thoughts had become. As I watched in horror, they were encased in a tomb of pure ice. I could see Garden's face as the ice overtook him, and I could swear he was crying. A few of his tears fell and fell to the ground at his feet like beautiful blue crystals. He knew he'd failed his mission. His people would starve, and he was responsible. Frost and ice covered everything in the glade now. The trees, the rocks, the soil, everything. It was then I became aware that the very air around me began to freeze. It was like a cold winter's night at first, and then it rapidly became worse. The cold was so bad it turned into a sort of frozen heat. It began to burn. My throat became tight and breathing became difficult. I began to lose feeling in my arms and legs, and my vision was beginning to blur. I had to escape this icy glade and tell Garden's story. It was the least I could do for such a noble man. With every bit of strength I could muster, I ran from the frostfire and back through the cave. I barely escaped with my life. My journey back to the domain of Garden was a sad one. My heart was heavy, my mind clouded with misery. He was a good man, the greatest I'd ever known. To die like that was no way for such an honorable knight to end his life. When I finally reached the outskirts of Farmantle Glen, the farmers were waiting for me. I was ready to tell them the sad news, but they raised a cheer of great joy. They told me that only a week ago a strange bluish glowing rain fell on their fields, and that the next day the crops began to grow as if there had never been a drought. A week ago was exactly when my master was frozen in that horrible glade, and his tears flowed like bluish raindrops from the frozen in time. I looked up at the heavens, and the twinkling lights suddenly gave me great comfort. I thanked Mara and headed home. So we need frost salts, right? So we need an alchemy shop.
Hello again. You're more than welcome here. I have everything for the budding alchemist under one roof.
Roof.
I heard that thieves broke into the Arcane University, the Imperial Legion compound, and the temple all on the same night. Can I interest you in some of my wares?
Birthright of Astalon. 45 Magicka and Agility. Cheap wine. Yeah, right. Oh, I need to buy all that. Also, she got frost salt.
Pleasure. A bar. A fine. That's a good deal. Pleasure. A bargain at any. I let. You try. That's a. A bar.
I can kill some ogres, so I will get those teeth for free.
Pleasure to. Thank you for your business.
No, thank you.
You too.
Wait a bit, please. Alright. Everything seems to be in order. No. This is a quest item. I'll need it. Also, it's not profitable to cook it anyway. It cost me 70. And the best price I can get for my potions are 56 or something like that. Damn it.
Hello again. You're more than welcome here. I have everything for the budding alchemist under one roof. Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you. That's a fair. That seems... You drive a hard bargain. That's... You got a... You got... You drive... A good... That's more than I'd usually pay. You drive... And... That's a fair deal. Thank you. Come again. You too.
Spare a coin for the...
I'm saving up enough for some medicine.
Thank you, kind sir. Lessons of Mystara.
Greetings to you.
By Azura, by Azura, by Azura!
I was frightened that he went away somewhere.
I can't believe it's you standing here next to me.
I thought that he was dead. Where's this room ways anyway? 3. 45 willpower. I've got something else. Can't put my finger on what. Frost sauce, right. I've got something else. Yeah. Also I got a new book. That might add some weight. Nevertheless, we gotta go to... Right, major stuff. I need to find the grove near a wellspring cave northeast of Imperial City to acquire wood for my major stuff. Northeast, right? So in order to enchant my items, I need to use Grand Soul Gems, the best ones. Fully charged. I also would like to know what those indicators mean while I try to enchant something. Can you help
For
yourself?
you, of course. What? You think that's funny? What? I wish I could say that. No more. That's just... What a great story. Really? No. You think that's funny? All right. Yeah. The Emperor is dead.
Right, let's get out of here.
The Empire.
I wonder, they indicated that my recommendation tasks were a trifle and that my real work begins. I have arrived at Wellspring Cave. I should speak with Elida or Zarasha. You're not dead, are you?
To arms! To arms!
What the fuck is that? What the hell is happening? We are attacked by freaking necromancers. I have found Zarasha, who is dead. I should investigate what happened to her. That's too bad that she's dead. Oh yes, he should be. Also, he should be scared. How do we discover what happened to her? Isn't that obvious that she was killed by necromancers? What now? Door open with Wellspring Cave key.
What have we here? Another plaything? You'll dance for me, little one. Yes, you will. I will make your corpse dance and then tear itself apart.
Who the fuck are you? Where the fuck am I? Oh, on some island. The necromancers that ambushed me have been defeated. I need to get wood for a staff and get back to Remnant's Polis to tell him what's happened. Unfinished stuff. Okay, now I have something. Is there anything else? Where the hell is this Remnant's Polis? Should be here. Greetings, apprentice.
What? Necromancers at the cave?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeleta and Zarasha dead. I can't believe it. They've never been so bold before now. Always hiding in the shadows, staying away from the guild. What could have prompted this? I'll need to speak to the council about this. Thank you for relaying the information. I'll tend to your staff and your wounds if necessary. Delmar at the Kiranesium can help you with the staff. See him right away.
Let's talk about major stuff.
Now that you have the wood, speak with Delmar at the Kiranesium. You shall have a true mage's staff soon.
True mage's staff.
Greetings, apprentice.
So what I have now is not true, right?
Shall we begin? Enchanting staves can be a tricky business. Only certain spells will be truly useful to you, so I'll narrow it down some. Let's start with the school. Which appeals most to you? Destruction, illusion, or mysticism?
Let's say destruction. I want my staff to kill stuff.
Very well. You have 3 choices for what type of damage you'd like it to do. Fire, frost, or shock.
Fire, of course.
You'll have a staff capable of creating fireballs. If that's what you want, I'll get started right away. Otherwise, we can start over.
Right, let's...
Oh, alright then. Your choices are destruction, illusion, or mysticism. Which will it be?
Let's talk about
There are
illusion.
3 options for illusion magic. They are charm, paralyze, and silence. Which would you like?
None.
Oh, alright then. Your choices are destruction, illusion, or mysticism. Which will it be? There are 3 things I can enchant the staff with. Soul Trap, Telekinesis, and Dispel.
Oh my god, it's so useless.
Oh, alright then. Your choices are destruction, illusion, or mysticism. Which will it be? Very well. You have 3 choices for what type of damage you'd like it to do. Fire, frost, or shock.
Fire.
You'll have a staff capable of creating fireballs. If that's what you want, I'll get started right away. Otherwise, we can start over. Right. I'll get to work. You come see me tomorrow, and I'll have your staff ready.
Greetings, apprentice.
Look at the muscles on you.
Funny that they look at my muscles, but they don't want to speak to me at all. Like I'm some stupid addition to this arcane university.
Speak. Another day, another second.
That letter really trampolined me.
As my dear sister.
It's the Grand Champion! I can't believe it's you standing here next to me.
Hey, you can sell this stuff to the innkeep. Alright, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please follow my channel. I wish you a good night and until next time. Hoping it will be soon, so please tune in for the next time. Good night.
Bayazura! It's the Grand Champion! I can't believe it's you standing here next. Well met. Welcome to the Bloated Float. She's the finest inn on the water in all Cyrodiil. A little food and drink will do you some good. That's more. You drive a You got a great deal. A good price? That's more than a... That's... That's more... drive a hard... That's a good deal. You got it. That's... You drive... You drive... You drive... That's a... That's... You've made... You got a great... You've made it. Thank you for your business. Farewell. Well met. Welcome to the Bloated Float. She's the finest inn on the water in all Cyrodiil. Please, go on. Well met. Have a look around. You won't find better prices in all Tamriel. A fine trip. An excellent bargain. Thank you for your business. Farewell.